Misthios! Over here! I need to talk to you! Misthios! And that looks like Varnavas' ship.
In fact, it...
Ah! That ship belongs to the Eagle Bearer now. Legendary Misthios, famed across the Greek world. I am just her humble servant.
Varnavas! You're back!
In the flesh, a little older, but not a bit wiser.
Miko sent me here to wait for your return. It's about Nileas.
Here we go! What has my nephew gotten himself into this time?
I think the trouble is real, Varnavas. You should go to him. Nikos told me not to return without help, and I mean not to.
I need to think. But one thing, I know my nephew. Ah, yes. He's fine, that much is certain. I'll be on the ship.
And you, Misthios? I need someone to go see about Nileas.
Why doesn't Varnavas think something is wrong with his nephew?
It's just, Nileas was a legendary nuisance growing up. He lied, he cheated, he brawled and broke things.
Some of us grow out of that.
Well, now Nileas is a serious athlete, training to be an Olympic champion. And what's more, he's family to Varnavas.
That is important. I'll help Varnavas' nephew however I can.
Nileas lives with his caretaker Mikos. Their house is just up the hill north of here.
The amount of times this boy has been too sick to work, only to hear, not 2 hours later, he's in the fields with his friends. By Zeus!
He's grown since you've been gone. He's not a kid anymore.
Ah, but still up to his old tricks, if you ask me.
Listen to reason, Barnabas. I saw him vomiting myself, and now he's like this.
He's faking it, Mikos! I've seen this routine before! Gods! Grant me Penelope's patience!
It's not just Nileas. There have been others. All promising young athletes turning up sick or missing. Something's not right in Thassos.
What goes on across Thassos is not my concern. But I know my nephew. Oh, yes! He practically worships at the altar of Ergia! A devotee of sloth and idleness he is.
Help me talk sense into him, Misthios.
Maybe you should be a bit easier on your nephew this time. He really does seem sick.
Ah, you're right. I guess I didn't want it to be true. He's not a boy anymore. I can see that.
He may be grown, but he still needs help.
There's only one way I know how. Let me know if there is any change in his condition. I'll be at the ship making offerings to Asclepius.
Give Varnavas some time.
But our time may run out. I have more leads to follow up on. But with Nileas like this, I can't leave his side. Maybe you could help me.
Varnavas is like family to me. I want to do anything I can to help Nileas.
Thank you. You know, it's not often a beautiful and capable Misthios comes to this house.
We shouldn't talk like this with Nileas in this condition. Now, about those leads you mentioned.
Well, someone at the Champions Gymnasium must know something. Aitis was the last one to be with Nileas when he was well.
They were friends.
They were. If he doesn't know anything, you could talk to the doctor at the quarry.
If he's the local doctor, he's bound to know something. What What more can you tell me about this gymnasium? You say other athletes have disappeared?
Many, yes. A lot of the athletes came here to train from elsewhere across the Greek world. So when they disappear, people think they maybe just went home.
A convenient story if something bad were happening to them.
Exactly.
I'd like to have a word with that doctor at the quarry.
The Aliki quarry is at the southern point of Thassos. The doctor there is mixed up with the training athletes and the workers.
Sounds like a strange connection.
Yes, until you realize half of the workers are athletes who have given up on their training. Something's happened to them, and that doctor is the only connection I see.
The last person to see Nileas before he got sick was Aiti? Where can I find him?
He's an aspiring athlete too, but nowhere near as talented as Nileas. He trains alone on the outskirts of the Vineyard of Glory. You're sure to find him there.
I'll follow up on these leads and check back when I know what's going on.
Thank you, Misthios. And feel free to check back anytime.
It's simple!
I shouldn't have drunk so much. I need to train or I'll never beat Neleos.
Long night?
Way too long. I need to, shake this off and start training so I can defeat Neleos and ride that victory to become the Olympic. Who am I kidding? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this Olympic stuff.
I take it you're Aetis. Miko sent me. Nileas?
Neleos? What now? Did he break another record?
No, he didn't. He's bound to his bed.
Oh, just another drunken night of celebration then.
Then it must have been quite a night.
Huh?
Nileas has taken ill. Miko sent me here because you were the last one to see him well.
He was fine when we went to Karpos's house for the usual, dose of hedonism. But I didn't leave the party with him, or see him since.
Something must have happened at the party then.
Look for Karpos at his house on the hill. He probably knows what happened to Neleos. He's a reclusive man, though. You will need to get his attention. I'd say smashing some of his valuable wine. The stuff that gets me this drunk would get him to come out and play.
Thank you, Aetis. I'll look into it.
Well, I better get started, or I'll never catch up to Neleos and the rest.
Aitis, you will be an Olympic champion. Believe in yourself.
You're right. I can do this. I've just got to work extra hard. Thank you for believing in me. I'll beat Neleos and all the others.
It'll start with the right attitude.
Olympic champion Aitis! Yeah, that sounds perfect! I'll be the best the Greek world has ever seen. You can do this, Aitis. You can do this. Just keep going, and you'll become an Olympic champion.
This must be Karpos's house. The smell of alcohol is enough to know. That's what I'm looking for.
Come over here. You know you want some.
Hey! Don't ignore me, Mistios.
Am I not your type? Well, you're not my type either. Fine. Don't come over here. Okay. I'm joking. Come here. I'll make it up to you. I promise. Hello. Mistios. Look who's here!
Mikos, you should be at home taking care of Nileas.
I should be doing a lot of things. But right now, I want to have some fun! You look like you could use a little fun, and I'm plenty of it. So how about it? You and me. Let's have a great time.
I have work to do, Mikos. Work you sent me to do. I'll pass.
But no, we're gonna wait just for a bit. I promise, I won't take long.
Increasingly less interested.
Malaka! No matter. Got space for another? Make a little room. Yes, you've come back! So, how about it? Come on, let's have a good time together.
I have work to do, Mikos.
But no!
Increasingly...
Malaka! Got space for...
How could you even have it?
What have you done? You murdered the... Oh, no! No, no! The General is going to kill me!
You're with the cult, aren't you? What did you do to Nileas?
No! No, no, no! I'm just a business associate with them. I work for the General.
Tell me what your business is with the General, or I start removing your teeth one by one.
Malaka. Fine. I help the... More like I'm being blackmailed by the cult of Cosmos to deliver them drunk athletes for their army. The good ones fetch more. Good ones like Nileas.
And now, he's very sick.
They do something to the students. It makes them different. How do you think the elite guards can do what they do? Their strength. It's not normal. Not natural.
No matter their strength, it pales in comparison to mine.
I've messed up, Miss Theos. I couldn't defy them before, but with you on my side, maybe we can turn this around. The cultists always took the drunk students from my docks to a cave along the coast south of here.
There might be redemption for you yet.
The people of Thassos are my people, after all, Miss Theos. The cultists may have lined my pockets, but my heart is empty. Save the students, please. I can't do this anymore.
I'll save the students for their own sake, not yours. If anything happens to Nileas, you're a dead man.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Go to the students. They are in the cave, to the south. Follow the coast and you'll see it. Good luck.
This looks like the place.
help us! Please! Where am I?
If I can ever repay this, I will, Misthios. Misthios, help! The tonic has driven him crazy! This is a pathway to beg for mercy. Misthios, thanks Zeus. He was going to kill me.
This is your fault. These prisoners, they've had the tonic already.
The doctor must have come by to administer it. Only one of them has had a bad reaction. The other one looks like he still stands a chance.
Then there's still hope for Nileas.
Looks like this was quite a reinforced hideout. The cult are a bigger force to be reckoned with than I took them for.
The moment I arrived on Thassos, the cult of Cosmos never stood a chance.
The cultists need to pay for what they've done. Now is the time to retaliate.
You sound like you have a suggestion.
We need to storm their ancient stronghold, Misthios. With you leading the charge, we'll kill the general of the cult guards. We can deliver them a crashing defeat here that reverberates across the Greek world.
You just want me to get the general off your back for failing him.
Happy coincidence, I guess.
This general, tell me more.
That Malaka strong-armed me into this whole mess. He's the head of the elite cult guards, and rumor has it, he beheaded 8 men with one swing of his polearm.
This ancient stronghold, where is it exactly?
It's a massive structure sitting on Lemnos in plain sight. I'm told the best way to reach it is by boat.
You mentioned a physician.
Yes, the doctor. He treats the injured and the sick here, but like me, he's been under the cult's thumb. They've got him administering their tonic. If you're going to pay him a visit, you should be able to find him at the leaky quarry.
At least now I know for sure Nileas doesn't just have a cold. Mikos needs to know about this. This is all your fault. So make sure these students get home safe.
I will.
That's right. Something seems to be going on over there.
Don't make me punch you!
You wouldn't punch a little girl!
But we can kick you! Don't come here again!
Προείρηκα τον πατρί σου, ότι έδι πάμει να αποστείλω σε εδώ. Ώρα, πλήσμονες και φρυδίονες με.
Idiots! I'll I'll be back. You can't keep me away forever. I'll find a way in. You look strong enough. Can you help me?
Depends on what you need.
Information. My brother Solon has been missing for weeks. No one listens. They say he ran away. But he wouldn't leave me alone. He wouldn't. He knows I hate being by myself. Anyway, he was last seen training at this school. I'm sure it has something to do with his disappearance. Please, can you help me find out what happened to him?
I'll see what I can find out.
You're nicer than you look. Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. My help doesn't come cheap.
What? You would demand drachmi from a child?
I guess we can work something out.
I don't have much, but I'll repay you with whatever I have.
That will do.
I think the trainers might know more about my brother's disappearance. But be careful. Rumor has it he can take out a Chimera with his bare fists. Or was it that he looks like a Chimera with bare fists? In any case, I'd take caution not to look for a fight.
I don't look for fights. They usually find me. Why are there so many young athletes training at this school?
You've never heard of this place? This school is what Thassos is known for. It was founded by Theogenes, the famous Olympian. Many others, like my brother, train here in hopes of becoming the next Olympic champion.
Your brother must have been gone for a long time.
Weeks. It's been weeks. He would never leave me alone for so long. He used to boast about future Olympic victories and adventures. He always said he'd make me the proudest sister in all the Greek world. But how can he do that when he's not even here?
I'll find out what happened to your brother.
Please hurry. It's been too quiet around here without him.
Looks like Mikos was right. There is something going on here. I'll get to the bottom of this.
That name seems familiar somehow.
This must be Theogenesis, the founder of this training school.
If you've come to enroll in my school, I'm afraid you're at least 10 years too late.
Shame. You must be the one training these athletes.
Have you not heard of me? I am Euthymos, Master Olympic Trainer. Under my charge, my students seize victories as easily as Theogenesis sees the bronze statue of Thassos. Everyone has heard of me.
They say that you can take down a Chimera with your bare fists.
These rumors, they are too kind, and all true.
I've heard other things, though. In particular, that students of yours have gone missing.
Missing? Nonsense! My students are champions! They fly towards adventure all the time! Under my wing, they will soar to great heights, like a hot-blooded Pegasus.
Do you remember a former student named Solon?
You think you can storm into my school and demand answers like an impertinent slave? You'll sooner be gutted like one.
I need to know if your school has a connection to the disappearances.
Connection? Ha! Nonsense! This is a place of blood, sweat, and brawn. The only things that vanish here are the weaknesses in heart and body.
How about we put our skills to the test?
I'd rather not waste my time or my skills on the likes of a nobody.
Sounds like you're backing down.
Don't want work, Misthios.
Hold on, you seem familiar. I recognize you. You're in the Olympics. You're the champion, I'm sure of it.
course I'm an Olympic champion. Many times over, in fact.
I don't believe.
I knew it! It must have been amazing to win. Tell us, what do we need to do to become champions?
Anyone can be a champion. But it takes hard work. And a commitment to your passion.
That is what I always say. So, an Olympic champion strolls into my school, steals my thunder, and dares to challenge me? The great Euthymos!
Does the great Euthymos accept this challenge? Or is he too afraid?
Afraid? Ha ha ha! Try sparring with my students first. We'll see if you are as strong as you say you are.
Let's see what your students are made of.
Be careful. I heard the healers have their hands full these days.
I'm sure they will find time to tend to injured youth.
But don't hit too hard. The Mystios might fly.
Can you withstand the might of my spear? You hard!
Oh, not bad! Even the best of my students cannot stand against you.
Warm-up is over.
Oh, such fire! Come then if you dare. Face me like a real warrior in our arena. Oh, I'll be careful not to break too many bones. My loyal students! This Mystios has the nerve to challenge me! The great Euthymos! At my... our school! This is your last chance, Mystios. It can all end if you simply walk away.
Are you done talking?
Oh, we'll see what you are made of then, hmm? We'll fight like real champions! Taste Spartan fury! Child's play! Taste the true might of my students! How dare you challenge me!
For the master!
My mother is hard!
Get out of our school!
My students! My pride! Oh, is this what a champion is made of? Show me your loyalty! blood left in you. Your luck is running out, Mistios. All right. All right. I yield. You've ruined my reputation. How will my students learn from me now?
You were ruined by pride. I had no part in it.
We've nothing to learn from a fallen master. Some of us want to follow in your footsteps, Mistios. Can we come with you?
I could use a few good warriors.
You hear that? We're going to be warriors!
Fine. You've won. You are worthy. I'll tell you what I know. Keeping a school like this is expensive, but we receive a good lump of drachmi from this rich fellow to keep things running. He visits now and then, stinking of wine, frequently accompanied by strange men.
I assume they're not here to admire the training grounds.
I noticed that they tend to favor my star athletes, the ones who exhibit exemplary skills and performance. They watch them very closely.
Solon was one of them.
Yes. He was one of my top students, along with another boy named Nileas. They were good friends and great athletes. They stopped coming to school soon after the men came. I worry that something has happened to them.
Yet you do nothing. Even when you clearly know something isn't right.
This fellow has powerful allies and influence. I've tried to do something, Mistios. I've asked questions and I was told to stop for my own good and the good of the students. As much as I hate to admit, I am powerless.
Strong man like you shouldn't take orders from a drunk fool.
You're right. I've been weak for far too long. Thank you, Mistios. I may still have other strengths to hone.
I heard everything! How can you stand by while your students are being taken? All for drachmi?
How did you get in here? Is she your daughter?
Men like you are the worst. I can't rely on you. I can't rely on anyone. I'm going to save my brother.
Her brother? My Zeus, what have I done?
Solon and others are missing.
No more cowards.
Maybe Nileas was going to be
I am
next.
the master of this
Nikos
school.
will want to know
I need to
about this.
act like one. No more cowering. I am the master of this school. I need to act like one.